Hello everyone, Shadefire here, and today I'm taking a first impressions look at Eldritch, a first-person action game that takes heavy influence from the works of H.P. Lovecraft. The developers say they also use the design philosophies of immersive sim games and roguelikes, though they don't directly describe it as a roguelike itself, which is an important distinction to a very small group of people. This game was developed by David and Kyle Pittman, who went off from AAA game studios to make their own little indie studio, Minor Key Games. Elder Ridge Library. Alright, so we are in a library right now. Not really any sort of story leading into this, but apparently this does have the roguelike tendency of having randomly generated levels with random content. However, it doesn't have permadeath, and it doesn't have, a non-specific ending. This does actually eventually end in a proper way. Alright. Or some sort of hideous lady thing. An elder thing, perhaps. And we can be a man thing. Well, obviously, if this is a Lovecraft story, we want the mustache. And, let's see, is there anything here that makes us look like a private investigator? Not really, no. So we'll go with the boring outfit. So right now we can punch. And that's all we can do. We've got a health meter, a blue meter, a key meter, and a bullet meter. I'm guessing the blue meter is probably magic, going by the screenshots. It kind of looks like this game has a sort of Bioshock combat setup where we can use, guns in one hand and magic powers in the other. So we're trapped in some sort of labyrinthian library, and our only way out is through magic books. It's worth pointing out that this isn't really meant to be a horror game. As I said, this is an action game that just uses sort of Lovecraft monsters, which might bother some people who are fans of Lovecraft's works, as, they're kind of meant to be horrific, with people having their mind melted by the mere existence of horrifying deity creatures that make their own existence insignificant. Alright, we can change the controls. Here's our tutorial, I guess. Kind of a lazy tutorial, but whatever. It's nice that they have the controller prompts just next to the keyboard prompts instead of having one or the other. Alright, we can sprint, and then we can power slide. Which is always one of my favorite things to do in first-person games that let you do that. And we can also pull ourselves up ledges that we can't jump all the way up, like this. So those are our money, I guess, but it also sounds like they're also our mana, because we spend them to use special powers. So maybe they're sort of like a Demon Souls, Dark Souls currency thing, where it's all sorts of useful. Alright, so yeah, we actually do lose our stuff when we die, but we don't lose all of our progress because we can store our money. We got some glowing books here. I have a feeling we don't want to touch those just yet. Alright, so we can throw stuff, or we can drop it, and we can carry two things. Okay, so it's not specific to each hand, it's just we can carry different stuff. Gotta watch out for poison food. Wait, how do I pick stuff up in my other hand? Oop. Okay, that broke it. Yeah, I'm not actually clear on how we pick stuff up with our other hand. And that wasn't a book, so I can't reread it. We don't seem to have an inventory or any sort of menu, so I guess it's just whatever we can do here. Alright, so I guess these are our levels then, with the library as sort of a hub. So we have some gear slots. Not sure where that's represented. Oh, we can hit escape. We're in Dagon 1, so there's going to be some probably fishmen. Some deep ones. You read a book, then you teleported through the book. And we want to find the relic. From what I can tell, this game isn't meant to be sort of a short, sit down and do one whole playthrough sort of thing. Like, you know, Binding of Isaac or those kind of roguelike inspired games. Instead, it's kind of a full-featured, you know, 4 or 5 hour run-through where you save and then come back to it later. So that striped beetle monster had a bullet on him. Now we do only have 3 health, so we don't want to take hits here. What is this, a rock? I can't tell if that's a rock or a diamond. I'm trying to like press all of the buttons to figure out how to switch hands on my stuff. Can we climb up here? Okay, yeah, I had to be crouching. Oh, I just went in a circle. That was smart of me. That sounds like a cultist. Fuck your cultist. I guess rocks are reusable. You might notice this sort of blocky, you know, Minecraft aesthetic. I hate using that comparison because I feel like it gets brought up way too much. It's just, this is an art style that is sort of easy to do and sort of stylistic. You know, with the extra shading on this, it does look better than your typical Minecraft-inspired look. But I really don't think that this is meant to be a rip on Minecraft. Alright, a dagger. Something we can actually use more than once, but we have to get close. Another dagger, and another rock. So how do I put stuff in my other hand? This is really gonna bug me. I didn't even kill that. I guess we want to be going down because that's where the exit is. There might be valuable loot. Ah! Revolver. And the other one just turned into bullets. I think we're pretty set now. Oh, been spotted. He almost killed me. This knife is maybe not as useful as the other rock was. The rock killed him in one hit. Alright, down we go. So if I die, I'm going to lose all of my money. And that would suck. Is this where we started? Why are there just randomly dead guys? Maybe there's monster infighting. Yeah. There must be if there's a dead beetle and a dead other thing. And a key. Oh no, maybe it is magic locked to one hand. So we can make a barrier. We don't really need that against the enemies we've seen so far, but I'm sure it'll come in handy later. That's a snake. Or some sort of worm. A whole lot of revolvers in this mysterious world. I think some of these cultists maybe have made use of them. That's probably a deep one. Okay, that's just a spike trap. Not some sort of entity made of hatred and stabbing. I was hoping we'd get to see a Shoggoth before the end of this video. Because if there's one creature that really represents the Lovecraft mythos, it's a Shoggoth. Even if it is just a giant death space blob. With lots of eyes. We've already been here, haven't we? Oh, okay. Cultists can shoot fireballs. I guess that's why they don't need the revolvers. So we lose everything. I guess that's why we would want to deposit our cash, you know, kind of teleport back here, deposit our cash, and then come back again. And grab that. Of course, grab that. So we want to be careful because we don't have anything right now. So basically what we want to do is make our way to the end of this to unlock other books. So it's sort of permadeath in that, you know, you lose all your progress in the single area you're in, but at the same time it's not the super frustrating kind, and you can actually sort of continue. Alright, so much cash, but we don't have any weapons. Bottle. Wow. If only the people of Innsmouth knew that the deep ones are so frail. I did notice a couple people on the Steam forums mentioning that this game's a little too easy, and maybe I can see why. There's also the weird complaint that it isn't a Lovecraft game unless there is a sanity meter. And I don't know where it ever became mandatory that a Lovecraft game had to have a sanity mechanic. I mean, sanity is an important thing in, you know, Lovecraft stories, but it doesn't mean it should be like, oh, sanity meter or no deal. We could already be insane by now. Maybe we don't even need a sanity meter. We've already lost our shit and got trapped in a library. So those snakes don't move, they seem to just guard areas. Alright, what do we got? Some bake meat. Volcano bake meat. Oh, they can move, just really slowly, not very far. The rock almost seems like a better weapon than the revolver right now. Is this a Deep One's store? Have we found the friendly shopkeeper? I hang out here, you know, sell stuff to adventurers, and then when they die, I take all their stuff and sell it again. Talisman, some dynamite, some keys. This talisman looks important. $25. Ooh, that's a harsh price. $30. $40. Do I look like I'm made of talismans, fishman? I'll be back. I probably don't want to fall down there. These kind of look like fatal drops. Maybe I gotta get up to get down, because I can't see a way down from here without falling. This definitely isn't the way that came, so I don't know where I'm going. Revolver? Dynamite. From the fact that enemies react to the noise you make, it kind of makes me think that there's sort of a stealth element to this. You know, maybe not right now because the enemies are fairly weak, but later on we can sort of use rocks and bottles to distract enemies that are too strong for us to actually fight. Especially if you lose your gear every time you die. Of course I hit the spikes. I didn't mean to hit the spikes, but I hit them. We found another restaurant. Nothing else of value. And apparently we're near the exit already. It's just over there. But do we need to find the artifact before we leave, or... Hey, there's that deep one I lost. I guess let's go check out this exit and see if it's an artifact. Oh, no, wait, it's through the wall. Now let's find out if the dynamite can destroy things. 'Cause otherwise, I don't know what good it would be. The answer is yes. You can blow up walls. So there's your Minecraft analog right there. Destructible blocks using TNT. Oh, I fell. Dagger, dagger, baked meat. I don't know why I'm eating those if I have full health, but it just seems like a thing to do. To get over there. Yeah, I've already been in here. I guess we'll just go this way. There's nothing over there. Shit. Alright, so we do have a bit more range on this knife than it looks, which is why I was getting hit before. Make sure to back away. I suppose with enough dynamite I could just blow my way all the way to the exit. It didn't look like that was that far behind this wall. Alright, here's the exit. Oh, it just leads to deeper. I guess we have to go down a couple levels before we can find this artifact. That looks like a wall that should be destroyed. Nope. Ah. I don't like that noise. There is something Eldritch around. That's a Shoggoth, isn't it? Whatever that is. I mean, it doesn't quite look large enough, but... Again, this isn't exactly a completely perfect recreation of the Lovecraft mythos. I feel like I'm really saying that wrong, and it's just mythos, not mythos. But mythos sounds more weird and obscure. which is part of what Lovecraft was all about. We can make ourselves invisible, but it costs a lot. Alright, let's go find out what this thing over here is. Oh, it's just a floating eyeball. I thought it was a giant blob worm on the ground. Where we're going, you won't need giant floating eyeballs to see. Some more monster infighting going on. Monster infighting is always a neat thing in games. It's always kind of nice when not everything in existence has it out for you. And just you. Though there is the weird thing where some games have monster infighting, but then as soon as you appear on the scene, they'll both turn around and start attacking you. Just completely ignoring their fight. I bet there's something behind here. Alright, let's start descending. That also looks sort of important. Ah! Don't know which sort of Lovecraftian creature this is supposed to be. Those deep ones sound like they're having a bit of trouble on land. They're sort of drowning in the air. Not gonna mess around with your fireballs. Let's not eat the rotten meat. Though we could eat it and then eat the good meat. Oh, the rotten meat, not a guaranteed damage. I guess that's why you'd want to eat it. Because otherwise it would be a pointless item. Yeah, let's not eat the toxic fruit. Now, who are you fighting, Fishman? A cultist? But I thought these daggone cultists would worship the Fishmen. Considering that this seems to be a Dagon-based dungeon area, there's a distinct lack of water for a giant fish god. Down we go. Oh, now we're getting into the wet areas. I can hear burbling. It's neat that the sound design is, you know, pretty far away reaching. That was a really awkward way of saying what I was trying to say. What I mean is it's pretty neat that the monsters make noise from far away, so you can actually hear what is around instead of just stumbling on trouble. That rock is just fucking deadly. I guess our protagonist has a pretty good arm. Got so much money. It would be a shame if I died right now. I wonder, if I die, will I resurrect at the first level or at whatever level I made it to? Should fishmen be allowed to have houses? You decide, stream. Wait, have I already been here, or is that a different cloak shrine? I think I've already been here. I think I have gone away from where I want to go, which is down again. Alright, let's sneak up on this eyeball. And huh! Now, do these eyeballs resurrect, or do they respawn? Or is this just a different area that looks like the one where I fought them before? Okay, here's a way down. Is there a good spot to jump that doesn't involve falling to my death? Medkit. Lockpick kit. It's pretty expensive, but we could afford it. What does this do again? Oh yeah, makes you magic better. I guess we'll just buy the health. And the medkit? Ah, it's a respawn. Definitely buy that. That's kind of harsh, though. We also need to pay 50 just to respawn. Though the deeper we go, it seems like there's more cash lying around. I haven't even noticed that I've been using my keys up on those locked doors. That is definitely a Shoggoth. Lots of teeth, lots of eyes, lots of knot shape. Present for you, buddy. He does not care. So, pretty accurately, there does not seem to be a good way to kill the Shoggoth. We're just gonna have to run the fuck away. And hope it doesn't follow me. Oh, it's following me. Okay, that's not good. Blow a hole in the floor to slow it down. That was our way out over there. Aw, you fucking camping little bitch. Alright, I guess this is where we find out if you can respawn where you were. I actually can't tell if we're back at the beginning or not. I guess we are back at the beginning. Let's see if I can make it down to the bottom floor. I want to see what's at the bottom of this area. On my way, I seem to have discovered a man in an eternal battle with the door. He really doesn't like bugs. Well, this certainly looks promising. Hopefully I don't die from the fall here. And there's the Shoggoth. So we stole Dagon's soul, somehow. Back to the library we go. And now we have a second book. The Soul of Nyarlathotep. I can never say this one. Nyarlathotep. Somewhere in here is a Soul of Dagon book. So these things stay unlocked when we die, which means we don't lose our progress to the next level. We just lose our progress within the individual levels themselves. Was this all here before? I feel like this room wasn't here originally. Like we've opened up more of the library. Maybe I just didn't look around enough. Could we place the souls here? Yes. So we need the 3 souls to escape. Simple enough premise. Let's try checking out the next book. What do we got here? Oh yeah, so it's Nyarlathotep. And it seems to be a sort of Egyptian thing of the world, which again is fitting with Lovecraft mythos. There's a lot of Lovecraft stories that take place, or at least Lovecraft-inspired stories that take place in Egypt. And I know the Call of Cthulhu has a lot of Egypt stuff in it. The pen and paper RPG Cthulhu game. What is this? I feel like he'll just ignore us for now, but that's... Ow, jeez, ah! Weeping Angel creature. So in every realm we go to, there is at least one commerce-minded creature. That's kind of neat. It's interesting that further levels will have new guns and stuff in them. Jump boots. Sure. Whoop. That doesn't actually look that higher. Oh, wow. I managed to just fucking impale myself. I will say that the sort of blocky Minecraft look does make me wonder if there's a H.P. Lovecraft-inspired mod for Minecraft, which I'll have to look into after this video. But I think this will do it for Eldritch. It gives you a pretty good idea of what to expect from this. It's just sort of a neat, silly little action FPS game where you try and try again until you do well. The levels don't feel repetitive because, you know, they're randomly generated, which I think they would feel repetitive otherwise since, you know, you've only got the 3 different areas. I wonder if there's maybe more areas after these 3, like we'll open a new section of the library. But I'm not really sure. Anyhow, this is Eldritch. It's $15 on Steam, though I believe it's on sale right now for 11 or something until sometime in December. And it actually seems pretty good. I mean, it doesn't really do horror to the Lovecraft mythos, but again, it's a silly little fun thing, sort of like, you know, Shoggoth on the Rooftop, which if you never heard those songs, they're pretty funny, if you're familiar with the mythos. Otherwise, you probably won't get it. But, yeah, I'd say this actually looks pretty good. Anyhow, I've been Shadefire. This is I was gonna say this is mythos. Pfft. Say a word too many times and it stops sounding like a real word. This is Eldritch. And it's available now on Steam. And it's not early access or anything, this is actually the finished game, so... They might still add more stuff to this, but this is considered a finished project. Which is nice, after the wave of, you know, disappointing things that have been happening on Steam lately with Dark Matter and Day 1, Gary's Incident. Way to date the video. But yeah, I've been Shadefire, I'll see you guys around. We'll have some more dreams of darkness in future.